Hello, hello, and welcome back as I continue nursing a pretty rough case of itchy trigger tentacle in Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM, The Long War 2. Itchy trigger tentacle, it's stupid. It's a bullshit mechanic. I don't like it. And you know what, to top it off, it sounds like the sort of thing that you would hear someone shamefully admit to having contracted to a medical professional. You'd be in a doctor's office walking down the hall past an open door in an exam room, and there'd be a doctor and a patient in there. The patient would be sitting in a chair with their elbows on their knees, their head in their hands, and they'd be saying like, yeah, so doc, I think I may have come down with a case of itchy trigger tentacle. I've been getting flank shot by guys who shouldn't get actions at all a lot lately, and I've noticed sort of a pussy discharge oozing from my Pavonis. I'm pretty sure I've got it, doc. Is there anything at all you can do? And then while the nurse took your height and weight and you were like eavesdropping over your shoulder surreptitiously because the doctor irresponsibly left the exam room door open, you just see him shaking his head before launching into a lecture about how it's 2017 and you have to be more careful with what mods you install and to always take appropriate prophylactic measures to insulate yourself from bullshit, objectively unfair game mechanics. And the guy getting the lecture just be like nodding politely and be like, yeah, cease the lecture. But the doctor would keep going on. He'd be like, about how everyone in town knows that Pavonis girl is trouble and that her questionable history with the Long War 1 should definitely have been a warning flag and that you should have taken appropriate precautions. Yeah, that's the way the itchy trigger tentacle scenario plays in my mind. Also, I think I may have just inadvertently written an after-school special. They'd call it like The Boy Who XCOM'd Too Much. Somebody get me Scott Baio on the phone right now. I think I've got a gig for him. We've got Operation Dragon 2 and rescue a VIP from an Advent cell. I know Kathleen Madigan, and right, Sean Locke got to tag along on this one because Sean Locke needs a little EXP. That's fine, let's get to work here. Busting somebody out of the clink? Well, I mean, this is just your standard stealth mission variety here. I don't really expect this to be too terribly difficult. Plus, it's a chunk of a liberation chain as well. I'm more interested in the scientist than I am the liberation chain, although I got to admit, what I'd really rather have at this point than another scientist is a third engineer. We only have 2 engineers. Every engineer that's popped, we have managed to rescue them, but we still just have the 2. Also, Bradford, shouldn't you be cautioning me right now about the whole itchy trigger tentacle thing? We're going on Operation Dragon Tomb, and I'm like, hey, we're going to go on Operation Dragon Tomb. And Bradford's like, you know, Pete, don't you think you should just leave the dragon in its tomb? Do you really want to unleash the dragon? That's how you got itchy trigger tentacle last time. Don't you remember what happened the last time you let the dragon out of its tomb? Itchy trigger tentacle, bro. And you're still itching it to this day. Plus the scars from the plasma blasts, I mean, those are never going away. That shit's with you forever. No amount of penicillin can erase the memories of what Long War 2 has done to us with its stupid game mechanic. We appear to be on a rooftop. So we got the delightful Sean Locke, the lovely and vivacious Kathleen Madigan. We're going to go bust this man out of his jail cell and rush him back to there. So we're on a big map, and we got possibly the maximally, yeah, okay, about as bad of a spawn box, exit box, target location combination as one can get. That's okay, though. All right, Madigan, I mean, there's definitely going to be some people down around here. We don't want to run to the edge of this rooftop or off the edge of this rooftop until we have scanned the area and made sure that it's safe. Okay, it seems unlikely that we will pop a pod simply by walking to the edge of the roof. So, Sean Locke, why don't you take the first move here? You have a bigger detection radius than Kathleen Madigan, it's true, but also when it comes to who's more expendable, you win that category as well. You can't reveal Kathleen Madigan. Kathleen Madigan could reveal you inadvertently. It seems unlikely because she's really good at her job, but still. All right, Madigan, I think we just have you go full-on dash. Madigan has a lot of ground to cover here. We do have 12 turns, which is nice. Look at the speed on Madigan. Plus, she's got deep cover. That's right, Kathleen Madigan, when she dashes, gets to hunker down for free at the end of that shit. I hear a death robot. Okay, don't like that. We cannot see the death robot, and we are completely cut off from that edge. So we probably don't want to go that way. Let's check. We're going to have to hit this rooftop. So we're going to, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to scan the rooftop and make sure there's nobody up here. Really, with Kathleen Madigan's tiny detection radius, we don't necessarily need to scan the whole rooftop. I'm still going to do it just out of an abundance of caution. Because that's me. I'm a safety boy. I don't want to get itchy trigger tentacle, man. It's fine. I'll get the gold circle coin. Nothing is getting through this baby. Julia Roberts taught us that. So let's have Kathleen Madigan shinny up this drain pipe. All right, we got... Is that guy in the building? That guy is in the building. I kind of don't like that, because that means we're going to have a difficult time actually seeing that guy once we get over and around. Please don't crash through a plate glass window, Kathleen Madigan. That would be a very suboptimal way for you to use your movement. Let's bring you over here. Got more guys out in the street over there. All right, Sean Locke is going to have a real difficult time slipping through here, I think. So where do we want to... Wait, I saw pod activations. Okay, I was going to say for a second there I saw Sean Locke actually not only was he going to not get spotted, he was actually going to activate a pod. Unless Sean Locke winds up flanked at the end of this, it is safe. But you know what? I'm not sure it's worth the risk. Let's bring Sean Locke and just park him right... I mean, Sean Locke does not have a tiny detection radius, but it's not huge. If these guys come this way, though, we could be boned. Let's take the cautious route. Actually, stepping to that edge was definitely not the cautious route. Kathleen Madigan is once again hunkered down. Oh, good, there's another pod over here. Wow, that's just what we needed, more guys. Yeah, Sean Locke is going to have a very difficult time getting through this. Kathleen Madigan, not so much. I mean, she can just ghost walk her way through. Oh, good, there's 8 trillion civilians on the ground as well. I mean, we should definitely ghost walk here. There's no way Sean Locke is going to be able to squeeze through this. Right? He's spotted from like 19 different directions if we go over there. Yeah. So what do we want to do with Sean Locke? Well, Sean Locke doesn't have to rescue anybody, so our other option would be to take Sean Locke over back this way. We could bring Locke over here, but I mean, we know there's a guy down here in this building somewhere, and we don't know where he went. Actually, well, that could be a civilian, because there was a civilian in the building, too. I'm worried about Sean Locke inadvertently stepping into a detection tower from somebody who pathed over this way. Oh, no, these guys are over here now. All right. So this should be relatively safe, then. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take Sean Locke. We're going to swing him out wide. Sean Locke is not going to try and assist at all in the rescue operation. Sean Locke is going to just try and keep himself, 10 turns from extraction. That's his whole goal. There should not be too many more pods on this map. We should have revealed basically everything there is. Okay. Turret. We got... I mean, that was balls out, blind ass fucking luck right there. That was just pure good fortune. We didn't deserve that. We got way luckier than we deserved. We know this is now safe since we've seen that other pod went this way. Kathleen Madigan, look at her slicing and dicing, working her way through. She's like a vacuum cleaner. Also, how many freaking pods are there up here, man? This is like 75 trillion freaking aliens. There's a pod of... We got a triple Viper pod. We got this horse shit patrolling around the building. We got sectoid pod. We got other pod. There's shit everywhere. It's like somebody ran over a dog turd with a lawnmower. It's just splattered all over the place. Kathleen Madigan's going to have a really difficult time getting in this building. Even with Ghost Walk, this is going to be difficult. We could run up on this, but I'm actually worried that these guys will patrol off of the top of the building. So as much as I would like to do that, I'm not going to. I'm going to go to here instead.
Moving on target location.
This gives us cover from basically every direction. And then, now all we got to do is find a way... No, Sean Locke, please do not reveal yourself, you idiot. Go this way. If you get revealed, Sean Locke, you're just straight up dead. I'm putting it out there. I'm laying my cards on the table, Sean Locke. You lose concealment, you die.
On my way.
I don't want to waste you because you seem like you have potential as a trooper. You're boat anchoring me on this one a little bit, though, I got to admit.
Menace 1-5, be advised, hostile interceptors are inbound on your
Okay, so I don't know where the rooftop guys went. You got these guys slipping around, which I don't like. Man, we're betwixt the rock and the proverbial hard place here. All right, Sean Locke, got some civilians over here. Not too worried about those, and this puts Sean Locke like close-ish to striking distance to evac. If Kathleen Madigan is going to ghost walk, it sort of feels like this might be the turn we want to do that. Although, I mean, nothing can see us.
On the move.
Let's open this door. Are there guys in the building? There are not. Are there any windows or open doors or anything else that might otherwise reveal us? Are there any guys in here otherwise is the other important thing. Let's do a quick tile scan. Okay, I mean, it looks so far so good. I'm worried about guys coming down this roof hatch. Okay, we're gonna step right around this corner.
Moving on target.
Kathleen is hunkered down. Don't pay any attention to what you guys are about to see. You didn't see anything. You did not see that. That door did not mysteriously close on its own. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Definitely did not happen. Is there another way out of this building? Not really. The fastest way for us to get out. Well, we could go out this window. I don't hate that plan. Alright, so Madigan, we know the interior of this is largely empty. So we bring Kathleen Madigan over here. Open this door. I mean, that looks safe. Sean Locke, if we bring you around here, we could have Sean Locke provide like a distraction for us. Another pigeon. Man, these pigeons, man, they're true stool pigeons. Okay, so this room is empty. Do we want to hack the thing this turn? Could Kathleen Madigan make it to evac in one turn? The answer is yes, Kathleen Madigan could. So we're going to close this door. And I think with Sean Locke as close as he is, we go ahead and go for the hack. Worst case scenario here is an enemy pod patrols into us. One new rebel joins the Haven in this region. Oh boy, what's our option here? One new faceless, you get saddled with one. Oh, no, must not have been a faceless because we failed. If it was a faceless, we'd have rolled the 99 right there. Yeah, I mean, they spotted us, but only for certain values of being spotted. Okay, so VIP Lehana Okeke wants you over here. No further, Okeke, and also hunker the shit down. Yep, okay. I mean, this was the worst case scenario, and it's exactly what we got. I don't know if Okeke gonna make it. Oh good, that guy got to go on Overwatch in a complete and total bullshit maneuver. And Kathleen Madigan is one tile from safe. Perfect. Well, Sean Locke. We can have Sean Locke draw the Overwatch. How short is Okeke gonna be is the real question here. Pretty much the whole fucking way. Somebody's got to deal with this Overwatch. How can Kathleen Madigan she's one tile short? Also, I have a very strong suspicion that running through here is going to get us another pod. Okay, Okeke. You can't make it this turn. I really don't want you getting shot at. If anybody's gonna spawn another pod, I would kind of prefer that to be you, so do that. Yeah, okay. Vipers and sectoids. Actually, just 3 sectoids. Oh, you know, no, it's fine. Every pod in the goddamned universe is coming right now. Because, of course, they were all on top of us. Well, Okeke, as much as I'd like to say I think you got a chance, girl, you do not have a single fucking chance whatsoever. And honestly, I think Kathleen Madigan might be buying the farm here as well. We got to stay away from the Viper. The Viper is the only thing I really, really am concerned about. We got to stay away from that Viper. We also really need to be in full cover at the end of this. Alright, Madigan, just go. Okeke is not going to make it. Sean Locke can only see one guy, and he has light him up. Here's what we're going to try. Maybe Sean Locke gets really lucky. Oh, I was going to say maybe he gets really lucky and can pull that Overwatch. He ain't that lucky. We could have Sean Locke run the Overwatch and try to escape. I really don't think Sean Locke will survive. I'm going to have Sean Locke. We could have him go on Overwatch, or we could have him hunker down. I'm going to put him on Overwatch, actually. Kathleen Madigan auto-hunkers, of course, because of her ability. Okay, they poisoned Okeke. That's way better than having him be bound or something. Well, she's dead then. Yeah.
Status confirmed. Target is eliminated.
If this had just been the one pod, I kind of feel like maybe we could have made it out of here without all this ridiculous horse shit. Kathleen Madigan is marked. She is hunkered in full cover. 7% chance to hit. 7. Okeke has been reanimated as a zombie. Perfect. Well, Kathleen Madigan can make it. Is there a way Sean Locke can get to evac without popping this Overwatch? Like if we go here and then to here, yeah, so that's what we're gonna do then. Sean Locke, run this way. This way you never get close enough to that sentry to have to worry about the Overwatch. Sorted, Sean Locke is gone. We have failed this mission, but you know what? This is not the fault of any XCOM trooper. This is the fault of bullshit RNG. 17 trillion guys, and every time we manage to reveal ourselves, they always stumble onto us. They'll be like, oh, look, oh, we magically walked right into you. Horse shit, XCOM. Horse shit. We really could have used that scientist, too.
Commander, we failed in our mission. We'll need to review our tactics and
Yeah, suck my dick, Bradford. Suck my dick. Operation Dragon Tomb, you suck my dick, too. That's one of the ways I'm going to come down with another case of friggin' itchy trigger tentacle, I got a feeling, but I'm not happy about this one. That was a Liberation Chain mission, too. Maybe we get another Liberation Chain mission, though, and maybe the second Liberation Chain mission that we get actually contains an engineer instead of a scientist. I'd have loved to have had both, but what were we going to do? The worst thing about this is we took Sean Locke on a mission. He actually didn't even get experience for that because we failed. So we got fucked in every possible direction. Delightful. This is the problem with stealth missions, is that they make it... Eventually it starts to get really, really hard to get civilians to safety because you can't protect them. There is no way we could ever have fought everything on this mission in 12 turns. There were too many guys. We couldn't do enough damage to the enemy in 12 turns to make fighting that mission viable at all. And that's one of my main objections with Long War 2. They really... It's not like the stealth game is a way to play it. It's not a way to play it. It is the only way. Sean Locke still got promoted, huh? Oh, well, never mind then. I don't really care. Well, I still care. I mean, it's bullshit, but I care less, suddenly. Kathleen Madigan didn't get shit. It must be because the VIP got killed, so... If we had never rescued the VIP, we get nothing, but if the VIP dies, we still get something? Really don't understand the EXP system on here, but that's okay. I don't understand pretty much anything Pavonis does, because I think a lot of their decisions are just objectively wrong. They're like measurably wrong. Guerrilla Ops. 8 days to counter a hidden dark event. Recover an item from an advent vault. Attack advent counterinsurgency ops. 30 intel. More importantly, countering a hidden dark event. Also, Operation Drunken Crone. John Bradford's wife! Oh, Bradford, that's just brutal, buddy. But we're definitely going to do this mission. With 8 days of infiltration time, we might actually be able to make a fight out of this one. This is evac with flare, correct? Yes. 8 turn timer, evac with flare. So, Second City is our premier group of killers. Got David Mitchell, Deacon. We got, okay. What's our base infiltration time here? 5 days, 0 hours. All right, we can bring that down. And let's make all weapons available and strip all weapon upgrades. I want a gunner and I want another technical. Who's my gunner gonna be? Lily Tomlin is actually in. All right. Where is David Tell? There he is. It's been a while since we had the Insomniac on a mission. Let's get him on board. 6 days, 7 hours. Oh, we have 7 days, 23 hours. They actually took time away from us. Roastmaster Rickles. These guys are in another squad, and they're a good squad. Who else do we have as a technical that could go on this? Oh, Rita Rudner. Hell yeah, let's get the slider in there. 7 days, 20 hours, so this is the most I can take? Really? What if we try to slide in a covert here? Or like a shinobi? What if we try to slide in, where's my boy Super Dad? 9 days, 8 hours if we try and take into Super Dad. Also, this team does not have... Okay. Well, Rita Rudner, I'm killing you. We're gonna keep Jim Super Dad Gaffigan. How good is this team? Well, you know what? With the Super Dad, they're actually pretty respectably killy. Baseline enemy activity is very light too, so we're looking at like 12 aliens total. Do we have a specialist on here? We don't. We kind of need one. I got an assault trooper. We got somebody. We need a specialist. Do we need a specialist more than we need a gunner? Probably. If I was going to sack anybody, we might want to sack Lee Mack in favor of a specialist. Do we even have a specialist who can go on this mission? Like, what specialist do we have available? If we don't have one, it's a moot point. Oswald's wounded. We actually don't even have a specialist who's available because they're all hurt. Well then, okay. So Jim Super Dad Gaffigan is actually going to be objectively the wrong choice here. We need a different shinobi. One who can get in, get the job done, and get out with a minimum of muss and fuss. Kathleen Madigan is probably that shinobi. Alright, so let's gear up then. We are going to be fighting on this one, so let's gear up to fight. Load out. We're going to change this cannon. We're going to get a laser cannon instead. Combat knife, frag grenade, flashbang. You are not going to need that flashbang, I have a feeling. I mean, I have a feeling you're not going to need it, but now that I've taken it away from you, I'm a little curious about what happens if you actually do need it. Now, you know what? Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Take the frag. Take AP rounds. Combat knife, frag grenade, AP rounds, and definitely ceramic plating. AP, you know what? No, not the AP rounds. I'm dithering. Stop dithering. Just give him, you know what to give him. Give him the regular stuff. Weapon upgrades. Let's get him some. Available items. Elite scope. Not that good for Dave Attell. Advanced laser sight. Not that good for Dave Attell. Advanced reloader. Very good for Dave Attell. We want that. Advanced stock. Useful. Potential hair trigger. No. Expanded magazine. Definitely useful for Dave Attell. And what do we want to put on this bad boy? Where's my advanced scope? Elite scope. Yes. Extra 15 aim for Dave Attell. When Dave Attell shoots, Dave Attell needs to hit what Dave Attell shoots at. Alright, Lee Mack. Let's see what we can do for you. Weapon upgrade. Well, we'll get to the upgrades after we've actually given you the proper weapon. What are you going to be toting? Laser rifle, baby. Hells yeah. Upgrades. Well, I mean, Lee Mack probably really doesn't need any upgrades because he is one of the funniest men on the planet. Possibly the funniest man on the planet. Expanded magazine, yes. Advanced hair trigger, expanded magazine, and I'm thinking just a scope. Yeah, let's just do a scope. D-Mac's pretty accurate. 77 aim with the extra 5 from the laser weapon. He's going to be good. David Mitchell. Let's get you a... You know, yeah. No, Sten gun's fine. I was thinking about going with the laser rifle, but let's go ahead and switch you to the Sten gun. Frag grenade, flashbang. Frag, flash, frag is acceptable. Heavy ordnance, boosted cores. We're going to get some reasonable damage out of you. What can we do about weapon upgrades for you, though? Advanced laser sight, don't really need it. Advanced stock, no. Hair trigger would be alright. Let's do that. Laser sight, auto loader. You know, a stock has potential for you, and I think maybe... I mean, we got a bunch of auto loaders. We might as well slap one on there. Sten gun doesn't hold a lot of ammo, so giving you a little extra loadout, not a bad idea. We are going to give you a Sten gun here, web. Frag grenade, flashbang, ceramic plating. Those things all seem fine. Weapon upgrades for you. What do we got? Hair trigger? Sure, why not? Expanded magazine? I mean, I'd rather give you an auto loader. Maybe a stock? Why not a stock? My boy Louis C.K., you're taking our scatter laser here, Lou. So let's get rid of that shotgun. We're going to give you the scatter ray. Your equipment, frag grenade and AP rounds. All right, that's already sorted then. Weapon upgrades for you. Advanced laser sight, of course. A hair trigger would be nice, but instead we're going to give you an expanded magazine and an auto loader. Why would you give him a hair trigger? Well, because Lou takes a lot of really questionable shots, that's why. SMG, laser Sten gun. I mean, this is the bulk of our laser weaponry. And you know what, Kathleen Madigan? She's not going to need it. She's going to be making melee attacks. The regular, I think, is fine, and no weapon upgrades for Kathleen either. We will adjust her loadout slightly, and then I'm going to give her a flashbang and a frag. The old flash and frag Madigan. That's what they called her in high school. She'd show you her boobs and then kick you right in the dick. That's why they called her flash and frag. It's a good trick. It was a good trick, and a lot of guys would be like, you know, she's got the old flash and frag, but the breasts are lovely, and I think the frag is worth the flash. It's one of those Alicia Cuthbert, the juice is worth the squeeze kind of scenarios. So let's get Operation Drunken Crone started. It's a really impolite thing to say about your wife, Bradford. And then let's get back to... Wait, we weren't making contact. We were searching this disabled truck for supplies. Let's get back to the disabled truck, actually. Then we'll come back and circle back over for this. I like that we have 8 days to thwart a dark event. That makes me feel good. Okay, Roseanne Barr has picked up steady hands. Fantastic. Let's go view soldier. So I did actually think this may be the one thing I did off camera. We actually put Roseanne in for a little combat training. There's a reason I did it, and the reason is I want Roseanne up high. Guardian Overwatch seems real broken on a sniper, so we're going for that. Steady hands means if she's up high and doesn't move, stays put, is on Overwatch. With Guardian, that's a bonus for a lot of potential Overwatch damage from Roseanne. We got kind of what I think may ultimately be a really wicked build working for her. Okay, 89 supplies. Wow, that's more than... That's like 2 months worth of supplies right there. That's a big pickup for us. We have 237. Our armor is done. I think maybe it's time we head down to the old facility here and build a couple suits of armor. Lily, it's been a while since we've had a chance to talk, and I'd be lying if I said I was upset about that. Let's build some items here. I would love to give a fire control to Lou. PCS focus is trash. Shaped charges, you know, we haven't really been using those. Tracer rounds, no real need. Also, those take Illyrium, to hell with that. They're also only +5 aim. For something that takes up a slot and costs Illyrium and supplies, it really feels like that should be more than 5 aim. I don't know how much more heavily I want to go into laser weapons. I do want to build... These are 30 supplies and 5 alloys. Give me 2 suits of Predator armor. That's probably enough for now. And on the Predator armor, we're going to be using that to bolster our low health troopers.
Like most people, I wanted to believe that the aliens were legitimately interested in peace.
You know, Dr. Tigan, I walked out of the room and you're just following me, continuing to talk. Was it not clear by my actions and body language and behavior that I didn't care about your story, and yet you're still going to follow me, chasing me down the corridor, demanding that I listen to it? I know my behavior is rude, but somehow yours seems worse. Hack the workstation on an advent train to find a lead. Okay. This is a mission that was built for the amazing woman who is Joe Brand. We have a minimal infiltration time. This will get us a lead. This, I think, is what Joe Brand was born for. She's gonna be under-infiltrated, which sucks. But... oh, this is evac with flare. You know, Joe Brand might still be able to do it. She would have to hack the thing, throw the flare, conceal, and then stay hidden for 8 turns? No, we can't do this. That one's gonna have to... the only way we could really do that is to fight, and we just send out our fight. That one, no, that one's fallen by the wayside. I really want to finish making contact here so I can get back to Western Africa and actually start scanning and try and up the time we're gonna get, our infiltration times here.
The proving grounds are ready, Commander. We can build the Skulljack whenever.
Yeah, view the facility. Well, okay, open engineer. We have Talia Nosu is our only one. And go ahead and start building the Skulljack. I love the fact that this still eats up 75 of our supplies, by the way. That just seems like a dick move, that we have to spend supplies to build a critical quest objective. It's only going to take 6 days. And now we're back to desperately grubbing in a bus station for loose change in a payphone. Alien debris are cleared. Well, that's good. Okay, view that room.
Maximum power consumption.
Yeah, I'm aware we've reached maximum power consumption. Thank you. We're going to put a workshop here. This is going to be where Resistance Comm goes, so we never have to worry about powering it, because it's going to take a lot of power. But in order to build Resistance... actually, we don't need power.
Maximum power.
We could just build Resistance Comms here. You know what? Do it.
Commander, we've pushed our current power systems to the limit.
Well, unfortunately, nothing we're going to do here is ever going to take power, Lily. So, hey, it's a win-win for everybody. We've increased our contacts, and we can cram this thing all the way to the roof without ever having to worry about it using power. Turns out I've sort of planned my base facility slightly correctly this time. We are to the breaking point on engineers, though. At some point, we're going to have to get more engineers. Pete, what about the scientists you just let die? Well, scientists... I don't feel good about having just let them die, but they were not an engineer. They were a scientist. Also, you can't beat RNGesus. Okay, people of East Africa are ready to help however they can. Word of the resistance is spreading. Oh, good. We can go to Eastern Europe. Delightful. How much does it cost to build a radio relay? Oh, hey, you can get to Haven management from this screen? I didn't even know that was possible. Well then, let's give you Idle Sharpshooter. There you go. Sarah Punch-Out Silverman, congratulations, you get a job now. Build a radio relay? 150 supplies for a relay. Well, let's just go ahead and ignore that then. So we got a really long way to go, and without radio relays, I'm not sure we're ever going to have enough... I mean, we definitely can't chain our way all the way to the Arctic without a radio relay somewhere. Plus, we need another relay on this continent for this bonus. I don't really need to be here, do I? No. Thank you for moving me down there, though. I appreciate it. Don't know what the hell the useful that is, but... let's head over to Western Africa and start scanning then, and either a mission's gonna pop or my throat's gonna give out, one of the two. I am still fighting that strep. It's getting better, but it ain't all the way gone. Okay, Sarah Milliken, excellent, has completed her jammer ability. Alright, that's very good. So, your officer training is now done. Patton Oswalt. Do we have anybody else who we want to put into OCS? We should have another specialist. Is Oswalt out of the hospital yet? Should probably just really go look at the actual soldiers. Bob Newhart's in for another 6 days. I'm still real salty about that. Patton Oswalt is, nope, 2 days away. So we have nobody to go back into OCS training, except for our girl Sarah Milliken, but Sarah Milliken is as high ranking of an officer as she can currently get. And Roseanne is using the AWC? Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure that we have somebody in it. We have no more recruits, so yeah, we're just scanning. Okay, Roseanne Barr picking up the Guardian ability, and now we've got some decisions to make. What else we got here? Evasive. No, thank you. Salvo. No, thank you. Gunslinger. Also, no, thank you. I'm going to say no to all of those things. Let's go find out who the next person going into the AWC is going to be. We have a bunch of, like, really pretty cool combinations for abilities. Rita Rudner, what do you got? Steady hands. Would be helpful in keeping rockets on target. Covering fire. Not great for you. Who else have we got here? Sarah Milliken, Karen Johnson. Jim Gaffigan. What can we give you? Boosted cores? Meh. Return fire and covering fire. All of that sucks, Gaffigan. Joe Brand, what do you got? Aggression. Not that useful for you. Guardian, however, is very intriguing. Joe Brand may be picking up Guardian. So far, that's like our best one. Then again, Joe Brand with Guardian good. Don Roastmaster Rickles with Guardian better. Lewis Black, what do you got? Damn good ground and locked on. Locked on should work for rapid fire, which would be intriguing just because it'd be a little extra bonus critical. I don't know if that warrants like a priority training, no. Paula Poundstone. I really want to give Paula Poundstone flesh just to see what the hell it does. I'm very curious about the utility of a gunner with flesh. Sarah Milliken. Deadeye is bad. Clutch shot is bad. Damn good ground. I mean, it doesn't suck for anybody. I don't know if that makes Sarah Milliken a priority training target. Whoopi Goldberg. Those are all terrible. Roseanne is pretty much already sorted. Tammy Pescatelli, what do you got? Deadeye, ever vigilant. Don't hate it. It's really good, especially for a grenadier. Rita Rudner, we just looked at you. You have shit. John Stewart, what about you? Heat warheads. If only you weren't a ranger. Oh, Guardian. Wait. John Stewart, you are a ranger, right? John Stewart is a ranger. No, John Stewart's an assault trooper, son of a bitch. I was thinking Guardian Overwatch on a ranger would be like the luck of the century. Dennis Leary, what do you got? Center mass is pretty good. Low profile is also really good for a technical. Dennis Leary is looking like... Okay, what do you got? Sprinter? Clutch shot? Nope. Those are all... Okay, so Dennis Leary, yeah, get low profile. It doesn't take that long. It's a fantastic ability. If I could get low profile on every single one of my soldiers, I would love to, I would do it. I would do it. We are never going to be able to get there in time at the rate the aliens are making progress. We have so far to go, and they are making progress so fucking fast. They've gotten 2 pips this month. It's so friggin' far away. How could we possibly get enough intel to do this without... We don't have enough supplies to build radio beacons, and also building radio beacons takes time. How are we supposed to get this much intel that fast? I mean, I suppose we could start doing nothing but cracking open data pads. Maybe that's what we'll have to try.
I do not think I could have predicted this outcome.
Please give me plasma grenades.
The aliens make
A Vibro Blade Berserker Autopsy. New Proving Ground project available. Plasma Grenade. Vibro Blade. Okay. Garbage. Plasma Grenade, though. The only thing I've really ever wanted. I hate to do this, but I think we're going to have to start decrypting some data pads. Let's do one just to see how much intel we get, because I have a feeling like we're going to need all of the intel in the friggin' universe. And can we go to the Proving Ground, please? I really hate the way the Avenger interface works since they integrated controller support. I really do. Skulljack, yeah, that's nice. What about plasma grenades, though? What do they take? 100 supplies. They take 3 engineers, and we don't even have 3. So we literally cannot do these until we get another engineer. At some point, RNG is going to have to give us a 3rd engineer, because we really need plasma grenades. We have everything we need but the supplies and the engineers. I'm feeling like maybe the Muton Autopsy then turned out to be a waste of time. We shouldn't have done it until we had that extra engineer. We could have been decrypting data pads instead. Okay, Aziz Ansari is a new specialist for us. That's excellent. He is a squatty. I don't think we can put squatties in for officer training, can we? Because if we can, I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. Really, tactics school? Can we make Aziz Ansari? No, he has to be at least a Lance Corporal before we can do it. All right. So Ansari's going to have to go on at least one mission. Also, we're probably going to get that again. Yeah. So we got Jimmy, not Johnny Fallon, who is a new shinobi there to replace Kathy Griffin. That's an insult to you, Jimmy Fallon, because, I mean, you know what? I was not a big Jimmy Fallon fan, but you kind of won me over with your Tonight Show stuff. It's been all right. Skulljack is now complete. We have one Skulljack in our inventory. That's really good. Increases our hacking potential. We should probably try and look at other Proving Ground projects and just see if there's anything we even really want to attempt. I'm not sure there's really anything we even want to attempt. Hazmat vest, alloy plating. We'd have to build it all, and it's really expensive. Tactical vest, Talon rounds. I don't want to waste time or supplies on any of this stuff. All of that costs supplies, and we don't really need it. So Nosawu, you can beat it. And instead of doing that, why don't you come down here to this alien machinery and get to digging. We're gonna need more supplies. We're gonna build radio beacons. We need more. I really need an engineer here, XCOM. You gotta help me out. Advent strength in West Africa is actually up to 5. Second city is 100% infiltrated. Okay, so that's going to be our next mission, and I think this is probably where we will wrap this episode up. I do want to go to my Haven management screen earlier, because I think we maybe picked up some people who aren't doing anything. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe Western Africa isn't going to wind up being a... Eastern Africa is already at a 3, even though we've never done anything there. I don't want you on recruiting. I want... we need one guy on recruiting, one guy on supplies. Don't bother recruiting, because like half of your people are faceless already, Sarah Silverman, anyway. It doesn't really matter. What are you guys doing? Get on intel. Again, probably a faceless. We got, what, 3 on supply, 1 on recruiting, a bunch on intel. Gilbert Quack Quack Godfried is watching over us from the wings. That's fine. Watching in the wings, Gilbert Quack Quack Godfried. See, it's appropriate that he's watching from the wings, because he's actually a duck in the off-season. I'm going to wrap this episode up, though. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more of Gilbert Quack Quack Godfried watching from the wings, might consider subscribing as well. New episodes of XCOM every single day. I'm very curious whether or not we're actually going to be able to make it to the Arctic in time to thwart this dark event. If the aliens keep making progress like they've been making progress, the answer is just a definitive no. 2 a month is really fast. Really fast. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.